I'm sure that many of us here are parents, and we are thinking about our children and the world that is changing so quickly. And so part of what we're doing here as educators, as parents this evening, is thinking about the world through the eyes of our children and their future. Hands up, yes, shout out yes if you think that's right. No one? Really? No one? Because that has been an aim of education for centuries. The skills which I believe we need in a very, very fast-changing world is what I call this. Sometimes I call this the aim of education. What to do when you don't know what to do. I want my students, when faced with a new situation, a new problem, a new opportunity, to actually say to themselves, let me think this through. I actually, if I think about it, I can apply what I've learned to a new situation. To use the title of a book by Howard Gardner, the Harvard-based educationalist, teachers are the best apps. They have to be. But it means that at schools, we need to invest in our teachers. We need to upskill our teachers. What are the two languages of the 21st century? English and maths. We have to know them both. Just as maths is the language of the 21st century, one of the reasons is because we've got to understand the technology and the computing and the robotics. So that is no longer a club we do as extracurricular activities for the people who are techie-minded. This has to be part of the core curriculum, because not only do we need to be able to manipulate what we see on the screen in front of us, we have to have a pretty good idea of how the computer's working, so we can use it better. We're not all going to be computer wizards or inventors of the internet, but as the future generation, we must understand it pretty well, and is what I would call a liberal education, which I think is so important. And sometimes if I talk about a liberal education with some of my students, they think that means, you know, they don't have to come to school because they feel, you know, that's part of their liberty. But that's what a liberal education means, is being taught to think in a way which can liberate the child from the prejudices and the preconceptions of the past. Be able to accept or reject or hold our leaders to account. And of course, that's what Aristotle thought, that the aim of education, apart from the good life, i.e. how to live an ethical and virtuous life, was how to be an aner politikos, how to be a member of the polis, a contributor to the public good, a contributor to the politics and the civil society and the common good. And to do that, you need to be informed so you can make the choices. We must distinguish as teachers between the word idea, ideas, and the term ideology. We must present ideas, the very best of the past, the very best of the present. We must keep up to date with the world around us, just as the university colleague was saying, that the universities are linked in with the world of work and industry. That's very important. We must keep up to this. So we present ideas, and then we foster the skills to be able to understand and assimilate these ideas. But we must beware ideologies. We saw enough of that in the 20th century.